People with psychopathic friends, why are you friends with them? My roommate Sarah watches true crime shows while eating cereal like it's Saturday morning cartoons. She never flinches when they show the bodies, never covers her eyes during the autopsy parts, just sits there crunching her Lucky Charms while someone describes how a killer dismembered their victim. That should have been my first warning. I met Sarah in college. She was the only person who didn't freak out when our dorm had a mouse problem. While everyone else screamed and stood on chairs, she calmly set traps and disposed of the bodies without blinking. She said fear was just chemicals in your brain telling you lies. The first time Sarah saved me was during finals week. I was having a full panic attack about failing chemistry. My chest felt tight and I couldn't breathe. Everyone else kept telling me to calm down, which made it worse. But Sarah just sat next to me and said, "Your brain thinks you're dying, but you're not. The test is in 3 days. You've studied 40 hours. Statistically, you'll pass." Her voice was flat, emotionless, but somehow it worked. My breathing slowed down. She helped me make flashcards that night. Not because she cared if I passed, but because she said my crying was disrupting her sleep schedule. Fair enough. The second save happened when my ex started stalking me. He'd show up at my job, wait outside my classes, text me hundreds of times. I was scared to leave my apartment. The police said they couldn't do anything without proof of threats. Sarah heard me crying on the phone with my mom about it. The next day, she borrowed my phone and texted him from my number. "This is Sarah. I have screenshots of everything you've sent her. I've compiled them into a file with timestamps and GPS data from where you followed her. It's currently scheduled to email to your employer, your mother, and the local news station in 72 hours unless you cease all contact permanently." He never texted again, never showed up again, just vanished. When I asked how she knew that would work, she shrugged. Stalkers operate on control. I removed his control and gave him something to lose. Simple cost-benefit analysis. The third save was the biggest. Last month, I made a stupid mistake. I was drunk at a party and went home with some guy. The next morning, he had videos of me on his phone. Videos I didn't remember him taking. He said if I didn't send him money, he'd post them online. I came home sobbing. Sarah was watching a documentary about serial killers. She paused it and listened to me explain. Her face never changed. When I finished, she said, "Show me his social media." She spent 2 hours on her laptop. I don't know what she did exactly, but that night, the guy called me screaming. Apparently, someone had sent screenshots of his dealer texts to his probation officer. His accounts got hacked. His employer received an anonymous tip about him filming women without consent. "How?" I asked her. "I'm good at finding information," she said, and he was sloppy with his digital footprint. Then she went back to her documentary like nothing happened. See, Sarah was diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder at 15. Her therapist told her she'd never feel empathy the way others do. She'd never cry at sad movies or feel butterflies when someone says they love her. But Sarah decided that didn't mean she had to be evil. She follows rules, not because she feels guilty when she breaks them, but because she calculated that society works better when people cooperate. She picked me as a roommate because I'm quiet, I pay rent on time, and I don't touch her food. She helps me because, in her words, "You're useful to keep around." Good roommates are hard to find. Last week, Sarah's mom visited. I watched them interact, and it was fascinating. Her mom kept trying to hug her, saying she missed her. Sarah stood there stiff, patting her back like she was following instructions from a manual. When her mom left, Sarah said, "She seems to need that ritual. It costs me nothing to participate." People ask me if it's creepy living with someone who admits she can't love me. But honestly, Sarah is the most reliable person I know. She never lies to spare my feelings, never makes promises she won't keep, never gets jealous or plays mind games. When my grandma died last year, everyone kept saying they were sorry, asking if I was okay. Sarah just said, "Death is inevitable, but if talking about her helps your brain process the loss, I'll listen." And she did. She sat there for 3 hours while I told stories about my grandma. She didn't comfort me, but she didn't leave either. I know Sarah doesn't care about me the way normal friends do. She told me once that I'm like a houseplant to her. She makes sure I have what I need to survive because a dead plant would smell bad and be inconvenient to replace. But when everyone else in my life has let me down, lied to me, or hurt me because of their emotions, Sarah just exists. Steady, logical, predictable. She saved me 3 times. Not because she loves me, but because solving my problems was the most efficient solution. Maybe that's better than love. Maybe that's what I needed all along.